Hello, hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 8th of January. How are you tonight? What are you and you, but especially you, grateful for tonight? Tell me about it. Get all my links going here. I gotta hit all the right buttons. Get all my right buttons going, and there we are. There we are tonight. What is going on in your world, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me about it. I am excited to be here as we start our march through January. We are marching our way forward, getting so many amazing things. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Lou. Jessica. I hear it's even frigid down there in Florida, Carrie. That is what I heard from Miss Angie earlier. She was all bundled up. She was all bundled up. It is certainly cold up here today. It is cold, cold, cold. So, but it is good. It's definitely cold. You bring that Wisconsin, you and Angie had to bring that northern weather back to Florida. I'm going to blame the both of you. You know, Angie from Nebraska, you from Wisconsin. All that weather you guys brought back with you. It is brutal, but this too shall pass. You know, we're less than a month away to the groundhog. Each day is getting a little brighter. Florida is naturally warmer to begin with. I don't know what's wonky with my camera tonight. Uh-oh, the heat on at the shop. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Blasphemy, I tell you. Wow. There you go. Heat on at the shop. One of the things up north, I always like to, wait to have to turn on the air conditioning and turn off the heat. I like that zone in between seasons where you can get away without having the heat or the air conditioning on. It's a short-lived time. Hey, Rose is freezing in Florida too. Hey, April, great to have you here. Let's get started with our unique daily quotes here tonight. Oops, I dropped our bookmark here. Okay. Flipping open our page here. Make sure I didn't turn too many pages here. It is your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. It is your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? It was 60 inside. 60, oh my. But that is 35 tonight. I think it's colder than that here tonight. I don't think that makes you feel any better, Rose, but it's currently 16 and my thing says it feels like 0 tonight. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I gotta say I'm not a fan. But I have my heated gloves that Cassandra got me. I got my battery operated heated gloves. So I work with what I got. So we have been working on your 12 points of light. One day closer to spring. I got that. I was talking to someone earlier about spring. One day closer to spring is where it's at. So there you go. Where was I going tonight? So we've been talking about your 12 points of light from last year, okay, which you've been working on, and your 25 sparks of inspiration for this year. Because Angie wanted us to have 25 and 25, 25 and 2025, right? Which I think is awesome. but I want to refine that a little bit. I want to dive that into, okay. I want to get that nailed down just a little bit better because I want you to be thinking about big goals, big accomplishing goals. And so big goals take time. Big goals take time. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share one of our store goals, which you've seen um, in the last week, 10 days. I don't even know what day, where I'm at on it. But, you know, that new warehouse distribution center that you saw Cassandra do a post of, that was a 2024 goal. We hit it 2 days late into January 2025, but that was a 2024 goal because we had maxed out. We knew it. Our growth in the space that we had was limiting. It was a limiting factor. Okay, it was something that was going to limit our business growth. It was going to limit the development of our staff's growth. It was going to limit being able to add team members, add throughput of items. There were so many things that it was limiting because of we had really maxed out and we really worked hard to get that space as optimized as it was. We really, well, now 5 years ago, we re-optimized that space during COVID. We thought we were maxed out back then. We were able to re-optimize it and really space plan and make that work. And that got us another 5 years there. That got us another 5 years. And so as we look back on that, you know, we knew that in 2024, we really needed to take, if we were going to go take our stores to the next level, we needed to take that warehouse and distribution center to the next level. So it had been on our card of something that we've been systematically working on. So what does systematically working on a project like that mean? Doesn't it mean, Neil, just get another space, find something bigger, and when you find something bigger, just move and make it work? It's more involved than that. Okay, that's a very high level, simplistic look at it. But it's like, how would you redesign all of our workstations? How should our workstations be set up? If we weren't limited by the space we have, by the way things are currently set up, how could we do it better? Okay, what would be a more efficient way if we were to knock down walls, if nothing was nothing was limiting us but our imagination, nothing limiting us but our imagination, what would that mean? Okay, that would mean a different kind of desk for everybody. Okay, versus built-in counters. Okay, it would mean different kinds of computer workstations. So they'd have monitors and different, some users who could really use it would have multiple monitors, okay, to help them be more efficient and get more done. It would be rewiring some of the printers so that they were Ethernet printers so we could print more faster. Okay, it would be designing the lighting differently so that wherever we moved a workstation, it could work. It was listing out all of these attributes that we needed in a space or that we were going to build in a space to make it work. Okay, that we were going to redesign. So even though we just got keys January 2nd, okay, and everything was moving forward, it is the culmination of a year's worth of work that is going to make this happen in 30 days. Hey, Angie, great to have you join us live as a spectator tonight. Great to have you there. But so it wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just getting a space. And I've been working on and looking at spaces all last year. All last year. We had lots of spaces that we were close to. Can we make this work? But it is taking that methodical approach, okay, knowing what we needed to do, knowing what types of equipment and desks we needed, knowing what kind of setup we needed, that has allowed us to execute this, what seems quickly, okay, what seems quickly. And but we're really doing that. That is a culmination of all these efforts. And that's how you build a goal. That is how you build a goal that is further away. Okay, that isn't so close you can touch it. But so often we bring our goals so close that it's right there. Oh, I checked, like it's a checkbox. Your big goals, okay, for the year are not a single checkbox done. They should not be something that are so close. And the easiest example of that is for those of you with kids or nieces, nephews, or the like, let's talk about teaching them to swim or teaching them anything. But swimming is a great one. Swimming is a great one because if you're on this side of the pool, they're all the way over here on the other side, and you say, "Come on, Susie, jump in and swim to me." Okay, and well, I should probably use Rylan. Rylan, jump in, swim to me. And Rylan would be like, "No, no, no, come closer." And I'd come a little closer, and they would be like, "No, no, that's still too far, Daddy. Come closer." And I'd come closer, and then they'd be like, "No, no, that's too far." And then I'd be right here, and they'd jump into your arms. Okay, that is too big a safety net. That is not taking any risk. That is not a goal. Swimming across the pool is a goal. Doing the steps that you need to do to get it there is a goal. A lot of people this time of year, let's move to personal goals for a second. Okay, talk about weight loss. Okay, everybody can lose a couple ounces. Okay, maybe not April, but everybody else can lose a couple ounces at least. And so we look at we take these moments of this goal, the idea that we want to lose weight. Okay, and so let's just say your goal was to lose 25 pounds this year, 25 pounds in 1 year. So by January 1st next year, to lose 25 pounds. Well, that's basically like a pound every other week, right? 52 weeks in a year. If you're trying to lose 25 pounds with a little bit of a margin of error, that's about a pound every other week. Okay, that becomes a very realistic goal. Okay, it's realistic, it's personal. Okay, it's specific. Okay, and that's the first part of it. A goal should be specific. A goal should be specific. Saying I want to lose weight is not specific. Okay, that's like, let's get together someday. Let's get together. Hey, Angie, let's get together someday. I have a calendar right on the other side of the screen, and there is no day there that is labeled someday. Okay, so saying that I want to lose a specific amount of weight in a specific period of time, okay, because being time bound is important. Okay, there's an accountability level when you set your goals as time bound. And so saying I'm going to lose 25 pounds over 12 months, okay, becomes very specific, okay, becomes measurable, okay, because now it's a specific amount, okay, it's measurable. It's measurable. How do we measure it? We get on the scale every day, okay, we get on the scale, and that becomes very measurable in our ability to whether we're going to lose weight or not. And we won't always lose weight. Some weeks we might gain a pound or two. We might have gone to the fair. We might have gone to the fair and had fair food. Or gone to the deep south and had all sorts of good food. All sorts of good food in the deep south. But it is specific. It is measurable. It is attainable. It's relevant to me. Okay. And weight tends to be one that's relevant to a lot of people, and it is time bound. Time bound. You are putting a specific measurement of time on it. Okay, when you put a specific measurement of time, just like I put the warehouse as a 2025 goal, okay, it creates a sense of urgency. It creates a sense of it has to happen. It creates a sense of what things am I going to do to knock down the barriers to make it happen. To make it happen? Make it happen. Make it happen. Okay? It is that kind of discipline, okay, that makes it happen, that allows you to grow and make that happen. And that's so incredibly important to actually have that discipline, to have that specific a goal, because you can't say for your business. So that's a personal goal. Okay, talking about weight loss, that becomes a personal goal. You could stretch it. It'd be a stretch to say it's a business goal. But the stretch side of me wants to stretch there with you, okay, and say, yeah, you could sort of stretch that, because if you were in better shape, you could be more productive at work and these other things. But let's keep that as a personal goal. A business goal might be you want to increase sales. Well, increased sales isn't specific. Increased sales isn't specific. Get my sales to be $100,000. Get my sales to increase by 10%. Those are specific goals. Okay, hit $1 million for the first time. That is a specific goal. Okay. And the great thing with all these, because what we talked about the other day when Angie and I were on together, was actually knowing where you're beginning from. Knowing where you're beginning from. So if we're talking weight loss, well, you know what you weigh right now, right? If we go get on the scale, we know what our starting point is. We can go get on that scale and know what our starting point is. If we're trying to increase sales by 10%, if we're trying to go from 85,000 that we did last year and do 100,000 this year, if we're trying to go from 900,000 to 1 million this year in sales, we know where our starting point is. It is so incredibly important to honestly look yourself in the mirror. Honestly, look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, where am I? I wonder where I am. Where am I? That is an incredibly important aspect of this, is to ask yourself that question. To ask yourself and to understand that answer of where you are. Because you can't set a goal to go someplace when you don't know where you are. And if your goal is right here, okay, it's not big enough. If your goal is right here, it is not big enough. Okay, it has to be bigger than the screen. Bigger than the screen. Okay. And while we want you to have 25 sparks for 2025, we want you to really focus in on 3 main business goals and 3 main personal goals. 3 main business goals and 3 main personal goals. Because the power of 3 is extraordinarily powerful. Okay, the power of working on 3 things. You can go, we can stretch it to 5, okay, but it can't be 35 things. Okay, we can't be working on 35 individual high-level goals for the year. Okay, maybe a goal for your store is to create a pricing guide. Okay, maybe a goal for you is to have weekends off, or 2 days off per week, or 3 days off per week. Pick your number. Okay, again, very measurable, very attainable, probably very relevant to what you're doing. Okay, have time out of your store. Have time out of your store. And have time to work on you. Okay, have time to enjoy things in life. So these are things that we work on and that we work towards. But you've got to decide what's important to you, because what's important to Rose isn't the same thing that's important to Carrie. What's important to Carrie a goal isn't the same as it's important to April. What's important to April isn't the same thing that's important to Lou. These goals that you set for yourself, okay, they're personal. Okay, they're personally relevant to you and your business. They're personally relevant to you and your personal life. And that is why it is so important to actually lay this out. This is why I'm not beating a dead horse. I'm beating a drum. I'm beating a drum. Boom, 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 boom. I am beating a drum. Okay, I am beating a drum because I believe in you. I believe in your unique abilities. I believe in the success of your store and the life that your store can provide you. I truly believe the amazingness that a small business can truly provide to you in your life and your community. It is an amazing thing, the effect that it has, and the multiplication effect it has on everyone down the pipeline, okay, throughout your community. But it's got to benefit you and your family too. So that's why I don't want you to aim at nothing. I don't want you to come to the end of 2025 and say, oh, well, 2025 sucked. I can't wait for 2026. I don't want you to be one of those people. It is so easy to be one of those people. That year, I'm so glad this year is over. Next year is going to be better. Yeah, well, next year is going to be better than this year. Well, Rose, that's a great thing. Well, that's partly why we have April, is to help hold you accountable. Okay, for those of you that are on the NLR Plus membership, you have April as your accountability coach, and she will help hold you accountable. Because it's hard to do alone, Rose. It is entirely hard to do these things alone. Okay, you've gotta work with somebody. Okay, the accountability doesn't just happen on your own. It is not that self-discipline. We are not all that self-disciplined to do that. Okay, every successful person has a coach to coach them on. Okay, everyone that has made themselves great at anything has that, because you need that level of accountability. You need somebody to push you, but you also need it written. So what your homework is tonight is to start writing. Not only we've had the 12 points of life, we've talked about the 25 sparks, and now I'm talking about 3 to 5 personal goals and 3 to 5 business goals, down on paper, written. Because if it ain't written, it ain't real. If it ain't written, it ain't real. And that's proper English, I tell you. Okay. And because what you measure improves. That's part of it, Rose. Part of it for everybody. Because if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Okay. It's pretty easy to say, if I'm going to lose 25 pounds over the course of a year, if I'm not losing a pound every other week, I'm not being held accountable. Okay, it may be because I'm eating beer and pizza every night that it's not working. It may be that I'm not getting off my butt and going and exercising, that it's not working. Okay, but I need more than the face in the mirror to hold me accountable. I need somebody who believes in me and holding me on that path. Now, I believe in you all because I know what the power of this can do. I know what you can do. And I know that it's possible. But it starts with deciding what's important to you. Okay, because like I said, what's a goal for one of you is not the same goal. Okay, I can't hand out goal cards. I can't take my cards here and pass out, here's a goal card for you. Here's a goal card for you. Here's a goal card for that. Because these are individualized and personalized. But yes, having a little reward, like Cassandra mentions, okay, having a prize at the end of when you hit a milestone along your goal path is a great way to hold yourself accountable. A great way to push yourself a little further. Because it's all about taking that next step. But this first step is documenting what's the goal that's worth following. So let's get on that. Let's talk about getting those goals written down, because that is your homework, okay, is to do that. And if you have a problem refining it or coming up with the idea, reach out to April, reach out to Angie, reach out to me. We will help you. We will help you, but it's got to be you and it's got to be personal, both for business and your personal life. You know what else is an amazing thing? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish, Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, NEIL at nextlevelresale.com, NEIL at nextlevelresale.com. We start the program every night with our unique daily quotes. I read you that one earlier. Our next one is, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Is that not the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. The next Make It Happen workshop I hear is coming. Angie's setting the date, April's setting the date, I don't know. But we're going to party. Yes, we love a good party. But until then, and until Sunday at more 8 than ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Sunday.